Well, people, President Jimmy Carter has been laid to rest. He has been laid to rest. My condolences to him and his family. 100 long years. You guys know that I have a history with Jimmy Carter. I used to cover a lot of stories with him for different newspapers back in the day. And I found out some things during his administration that I didn't like. Out of respect, I won't go too far detail. However, I will show you a video which will explain that. Let's just be blunt. He is, in my humble opinion, the one who spearheaded and set the base as the first New World Order president. Straight up. I lived through it. Peanut farmer from Georgia, came governor, and boom, straight to the White House. Got to do your history check. I talk about Senator Barry Goldwater. Senator Barry Goldwater has a book out called With No Apologies. If you want to know about Jimmy Carter, read the book With No Apologies by Barry Goldwater. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon. I'm going to get into Jimmy Carter today. Back in November of 1975, the year before Jimmy Carter actually announced, I believe. Maybe he did announce for president in 75 or 76. I can't remember, but during that period, I was like 17 years old, and this is my apartment. Everything's red, white, and blue, believe it or not. This is parchment paper of Abraham Lincoln. And it's red, white, and blue like a flag. Red, white, and blue phone right there. Liberty Bell. All the history of the country. I thought it was really a big shot back in the day. My grandmother would call me Big Shot. Anyway, that's me, French Shot Pearson, 17 years old. I believe my mom, who was the one that called the newspaper and had my room featured. It was for the bicentennial, the 200-year anniversary of America. And I was writing at the time and contemplating if I should go into journalism, in which I did, starting with a high school newspaper, then a college newspaper, then going from there. Now I bring all this up because, you know, the basis of things speaks. The basis of things speak. And Jimmy Carter, the things that he got into back in the day, for example, his pride and joy, as I said in one video, is his quote unquote negotiation between Israel and Egypt, and also a sprinkle of the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization, of which their leader was Yasser Arafat. Menachem Begin was the president of Israel, and Anwar Sadat was the president of Egypt. They were trying to get that peace deal done, just like today. And you heard what soon-to-be President Trump is saying. There's going to be hell to pay if Hamas does not release those hostages by Inauguration Day. I did see a video earlier today where they're like, hey, Trump should watch his rhetoric. So, hey, it's a back and forth. But people, we've got 11 days. If the hostages are released, it will undoubtedly repeat what happened historically. Whereas when he left out as presidency, Ronald Reagan was coming in. And the same day the hostages were released. Well, one of the people who spoke today at the homegoing, if you will, of Jimmy Carter was a guy named Andrew Young. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andrew Young, people, was the first Black United States ambassador. Let me show you. Andre Andrew Young, he spoke today. He spoke today at the funeral. Real old, real super, he's up there now. He's up there. You can go on YouTube and watch him. He spoke today. And my mom knew him. My mom knew both these guys. My mom knew Andrew Young and Dr. King. My mom was part of the movement. But yeah, Andrew Young, like he said today, he knew Jimmy Carter half his life. Well, one of the things that's not talked about historically, but you can Google it, because I covered the story. I met Andrew Young back in the day when I was working at Operation Push when Reverend Jesse Jackson was president. I had contacts at the time. I was youth minister on Saturday. And what happened was that I interviewed Andrew Young. What happened was that in the middle of the peace accords, allegedly, Andrew Young was overseas negotiating a peace treaty between Israel and Egypt. But the Jimmy Carter administration says they had no idea that he was over there. I never believed that. Anyway, yeah, it's a true story. But I covered the story. Andrew Young, when he was in the Middle East, he left. And the first place he went was to see Reverend Jesse Jackson. The long and short of it is that from this article, from this interview, it helped solidify my thinking in that we were headed toward a one world system. In other words, the New World Order. Because from this moment that I was at the interview and also with other newspaper and radio personalities, I got a packet of information. And in that packet, it talked about the New World Order. Well, I kept trying to convince my editor, could I put that out? And he said no. So within a year, I heard the Pope, Fidel Castro, Jimmy Carter, Jesse Jackson, and a few other people were talking about the New World Order. See, back in the day, we didn't have the internet. I had to pick up a lot of newspapers and magazines and digging. And with my due diligence, I was able to convince my editor to publish articles. And I have a lot of articles titled, you guys know in the past, but I want to answer some questions that people sent some emails recently about, what I did and why did I start YouTube. Well, let me show you something. This goes back all the way to August 31st of 1979. So I've been doing the Jimmy Carter thing and research on this world system for a long time. But yeah, Andrew Young allegedly was negotiating a peace treaty deal. And he spoke at Jimmy Carter's funeral today. Thought I'd give you a little history. Now, I don't mean any disrespect. I can separate personal from political. But the political part of Jimmy Carter was that, to me, he was not his own man. And he's helped set the stage, as far as I'm concerned, to bring us where we're at right now. And that is the people that were working under him, man, they were setting up a global system. And folks had no idea. A lot of folks had no idea. But you couldn't talk about it then, people. Trust me, you couldn't talk about it then. But everybody's talking about the New World Order now, okay? So let's go further. I want to say some things before I go any further. Now, when Papa George Bush, Herbert Walker Bush died 6+ years ago, remember? Envelopes were passed out. I talked about that, right? Well, no envelopes were passed out today, all right? And you're going to see an airplane with 2,900. They've shown this airplane before. If you take 2,900 or 29,000 divided by 9, why do I say 9? Today is January 9th. 29,000 divided by 9 gives you 322, Skull and Bones. That's the plane they put Jimmy Carter on. Oh yeah, it's deep. And why did Biden give the eulogy? All right, let's start. Now check this out. Michelle Obama did not attend the funeral. Why?
Here's why Michelle Obama missed Jimmy Carter's funeral. After the former president died on December 29th at the age of 100, President Joe Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff, President-elect Donald Trump and Melania Trump, as well as 3 other living presidents and their spouses, gathered to pay respects at his January 9th memorial service. Although former Presidents Bill Clinton and George W. Bush were joined by their spouses Hillary Clinton and Laura Bush, Barack Obama attended the service solo. CNN correspondent Jeff Salini reports amid the service about Michelle, quote, "I'm told by her advisors she had scheduling conflicts. She's still in Hawaii." Despite not a...
But she gave her condolences and best wishes to family and friends. Now check this out. Here's Michelle Obama's birthday, January 17, 1964. Take January 17th of 2023, her birthday, check this out, January 17, 2023, versus 12/29 of 2024. Now, what is that? That's the day that Jimmy Carter died, 12/29 of 2024, versus Michelle Obama's birthday previously before that year. The difference is 7/13, people. You've seen that a million times in the last 4 months. What happened on July 13th? 713 days, but I take it as July 13th. What happened on July 13th? Well, Butler, Pennsylvania, Trump got hit in the ear, did he not? Did he not? What are the odds that you could take Michelle Obama's last birthday before Jimmy Carter died, right? Would that be right? Well, 2 birthdays before that. Well, anyway, July 17th, 2023 versus 12/29, 2024. You get like July 13th. What are the odds? Is that a message for the future? It's deep, y'all. I said it's gonna be deep. I just say allegedly. Now check this out. On October 18th, 1989, former President Gerald Ford, I've gone over this before, what did he say? He said that a male president would die in office and a female would become president. I know I've done it 1,000 times. It's a prediction. Everybody reminds me, hey, Pearson, you predicted this. Hey, I'm going by what they're showing me. That's it. So far, it hasn't happened. But look at the date, October 18th, 1989. Why am I bringing this up? Because he gave a letter to his son to give an eulogy today on Jimmy Carter. Isn't that wild? Isn't that something? So October 18th, 1989. If you take October 18th, 2024 anniversary, subtract it from today, 1/9/2025, where his son gave a eulogy, the difference is what? 84 days. Who was born August 4th? Barack Obama. Okay. Now, check this out. There he is there. Gerald Ford. This is what he said back in the day. Now, I want you to watch this. I want you to watch this. I've decoded this plane before, so it blew my mind when I saw it. They have Jimmy Carter. They send off ceremony for Jimmy Carter. Okay, that's what they're doing. They're sending him off. Okay, the name of the plane is called Air Mission 39. But watch this. Watch this. Do you see the number of the plane? The number of the plane is 29,000. 29,000. Now, let me just show you in the calculator. I want to show you. It's mind-blowing. 29,000 divided by 9. Today is January 9th. Equals 322, skull and bones. It's deep, y'all. It's deep. I said it's deep. If you don't know what skull and bones is, look it up. What are the odds? I've done that plane before. I've been on YouTube, about 4 years. I've done that plane before. It's deep. It's deep. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. That's what come up. Now check this out. It's called Carter will be flown to Fort Moore in Georgia. Jimmy Carter's special air mission 39 departs. Air mission. Look at this. Air mission 39 comes out to 165. Y'all been with me long enough. What is the 165th day of the year? June 14th. Who's born June 14th? Donald J. Trump. Google it. It's deep. Gematria calculator. Gematria Air mission 39 comes out to 165 all day. Boom. It's deep. Tell me they don't be talking. Now I want you to see something else here. Here's Barack Obama and Trump just chit-chatting, whatever.
History, but that in particular, Donald Trump there and Barack Obama, two men who have fought as fiercely and as personally, as vituperatively as any people in American history, any presidents in American history. They're chatting away. And it occurs to me that it could be this re-election of Donald Trump, who will pursue an agenda that Barack Obama will no doubt totally oppose. But this re-election settles.
So they're together. Now watch this here. Look who gives the main eulogy. The main eulogy is given by Biden. Why? Listen.
I was a 31-year-old senator, and I was the first senator outside of Georgia, maybe the first senator, to endorse his candidacy for president. It was an endorsement based on what I believe is Jimmy Carter's enduring attribute, character. Do we show grace? Do we keep the faith when it's most tested? For keeping the faith with the best of humankind and the best of America is a story, in my view, from my perspective, Jimmy Carter's life. To do the work, to be the country we say we are, to be the country we say we want to be, a nation where all are created equal in the image of God and deserve to be treated equally throughout our lives.
So there it is. He spoke. And let's look at something here. Garth Brooks, Trisha Yearwood performed Imagine at Jimmy Carter's funeral. There's going to be some things happen very soon when I'll come back to this. Like I said, I've been predicting this man that Kamala Harris will be president. When I say predicting, I'm going by what Gerald Ford said. I don't know why they would put that out there in 1989, but we still got a few more days. Something might go down is what I'm saying. I would not be surprised. But the song they sang was a song Imagine by John Lennon, okay? The way I look at it, the same concept, the same meaning that's in the song Imagine is in the one Purple Rain by Prince, allegedly. The Purple Rain by Prince, I broke that in 1984. The Purple Rain is not the R-A-I-N, it's the R-E-I-G-N of the Antichrist, allegedly. The purple is the Phoenicians, that's their main color back in the day. That's their main color. We'll get into that. Maybe it's a few more videos. I got videos on it, so just have to Google it. Either way, Garth Brooks sang Imagine. I want you to listen to these words. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living today. Imagine there's no countries. Imagine there's no countries. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. This, my friend, allegedly is the New World Order. This song to me was chosen on purpose. This is why you have integration. Oh yeah, all that. Ain't no such thing as borders no more. All these presidents since 1976, as far as I'm concerned, they've been working toward the NWO. In fact, it stretches all the way. I've said it before, the main objective of making America was to create the one world system. And we're doing our part, along with religion, politics, and everything else. And that's what's going on. So if you think they chose this song just for, no. They chose this song allegedly on purpose. No country, no religion. That's the New World Order. It's going to be the sun god Ra. Now check this out. John Lennon wrote this song, along with some other lady. I know his wife did it. Then he gave credit to somebody else too that same year. But he got the same birthday I got, October 9th. October 9th is, we both Libras. It's deep. Now check this out. When you take October 9th, 1940, his birthday, subtract it from 12/29/2024, the day that Jimmy Carter died, it's 84 years, people. Who was born August 4th? Barack Obama. Is that coincidence? I told you. Then take it again. 10/9/2024. That's the anniversary of Lennon's birthday, 10/9/2024, versus the day that Jimmy Carter died, 12/29/2024. The difference is 11 weeks and 5 days. What happened on 11/5? Trump became the president. Now do you understand allegedly what's going on? Why they got that song? Because that's the golden age, baby. That's the song. That's the song. Imagine. There's no country. Come on, man. The new age. That's what it's about. Look, baby, I'm telling you, put it together. Now, check this out. Take 11/20. 11/20 or 2025 is Biden's next birthday versus 1/9/2025, which is today. The difference is 316 days. There's your sacrifice. Like John 3:16, hallelujah. Jesus saved us, right? What's the sacrifice? Like I told y'all, it's Jimmy Carter. I said it in the video, which I'm going to show you. Jimmy Carter set the foundation for the New World Order, as far as I'm concerned, for America to go into it. And Biden wrapped it up like a Christmas gift. This is Biden's birthday, 11/20. 3/16 is the whole sacrifice. It took 44 years to get this done. I did a video on it already. And who's the 44th president, coincidentally? Barack Obama. It's deep. Now check this out. This is birthday, October 1st, Jimmy Carter. October 1st, 2024, his last birthday. Rest in peace. October 1st versus 11/20, which is Biden's last birthday. The difference is what? The difference is 50. Remember, I keep teaching about 50. What is 50? All 50 states in the union about to go down. It's deep. They are the presidents. When you put them together, it represents America. You feel me? We done. We done. Stick a fork in it. We're going into the New World Order. Now, listen to this. You'll have more context. This is a photograph of them back in the day. And now, here's Joe's birthday, November 20th, 1942. His Jimmy Carter's birthday, October 1st, 1924. If you take 120, 1977, Jimmy Carter became president. Jimmy Carter president. And 120, 2021, Biden became president. Joe Biden president. The difference is 44 years. See how that works, people? That's the system of things. That's allegedly the Antichrist, Barack Obama. You see, he was the 44th president. This ain't no accident, people. I'm telling you, I'm not celebrating these people. And I'm gonna show you why. A lot of this has to do with the Antichrist and Trump, and you'll see. So this video, I'll put it in the link. Oh my God, are Carter and Biden the architects of the golden age? And I will leave you with this. I put it in a video earlier. Look, June 21st, 2016, Neuralink. Look at this symbol. Look at it real good. Look at it, look at that design. Now, January 1st, something happened that looked just like it. On January 1st, there was an individual who took his 4x4 truck, remember? And he was in New Orleans, and he ran over and killed 15 people, right? And injured many others. Now, in relation to that, this female journalist was allowed to go into this guy's house, okay? The guy's house. You guys should probably remember that. And I want you to see something. I want you to look at this and then look at this video. Watch this.
We are here inside the Department of Justice documents here, the search warrant, and the property that they recorded here, which seems to...
Remember him? That's him. New Orleans attacker. Shamuz Din Jabars. She's in his house. Now watch this, it's gonna blow your mind.
A lot of chemicals. Again, just left in disarray. There's a bedroom back here, and what appears to be his collection of religious materials, his Quran.
If you know anything about the sun god's colors are orange and yellow, or red and yellow. But look real good. Look at that. Right below the Quran. Look at that design. That's in the guy's house. Is it the same design as that? You want more detail? Well, go to my video and check it out. Oh my God, below the eyes could be the biggest clue, 666. It's deep, y'all. You want to support the channel? Go to French Eye Blue, click on my face, and then click on more. I have Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal. I also have a P.O. box, and I also have a poetry book. People, these are the last days. Michelle Obama said she had prior engagements. But when I look at the date that she was, her last birthday in 2023, before Jimmy Carter died, right? What, a year and a half before that, versus 12/29, the day that Jimmy Carter died, it come out to what happened to Trump, 7/13. What are the odds, people? They're gonna have a dummy Trump become unalive in the future. I give it less than a year. And Biden, tick tock, tick tock. They playing us. I wouldn't be surprised if none of them ever see unalive moments. It's just puppets out there, people. I'm French Eye Pearson. Enjoy the work. Please subscribe, thumbs up, and share. God bless.